Imagine running Arch Linux for its bleeding-edge packages, pulling stability from Debian, grabbing user-friendly tools from Ubuntu, and still having access to the cutting-edge innovations of Fedora. All at the same time, on the same system, without virtual machines, without dual booting, and without restarting your computer. It sounds like something that shouldn't even be possible in the Linux world, where choosing a distro usually means committing to one ecosystem. But there's a project that completely breaks that rule, and it's called Bedrock Linux. What makes Bedrock Linux so fascinating is that it doesn't try to be just another Linux distribution competing with the rest. Instead, it acts more like a layer that sits on top of your existing Linux system and lets you mix and match parts from multiple distributions as if they were one unified operating system. That means instead of asking, which distro should I use? You can ask, why not use all of them? To understand why this is such a big deal, you need to look at how Linux normally works. Every Linux distribution is built around its own package manager, libraries, file system structure, and philosophy. For example, Arch Linux is known for its simplicity and rolling release model. Debian is famous for stability. Ubuntu focuses on ease of use. And Fedora often introduces the latest technologies first. The problem is, you usually have to pick one, and that choice comes with trade-offs. If you go with Arch, you get the newest software but less stability. If you choose Debian, you get rock-solid reliability but older packages. And if you want something from another distro, you're usually out of luck unless you start messing with containers, compiling from source, or using third-party repositories. Bedrock Linux changes this completely by letting you install multiple distributions side by side and access their packages seamlessly. Under the hood, Bedrock uses a concept called strata, which are essentially isolated environments for each distribution. You might have one stratum for Arch, another for Debian, and another for Ubuntu. But instead of feeling like separate systems, Bedrock integrates them so well that they behave like one. So for example, you could install a package using Arch's package manager Pacman, another using Debian's apt, and run both applications side by side without any issues. From a user perspective, it feels like your system just magically understands every package manager. This isn't virtualization. It's not like running a virtual machine inside your OS. There's no heavy resource overhead, no separate kernel instances, and no performance penalties you'd expect from something like VirtualBox or VMware. Everything runs directly on your main system, sharing the same kernel, which keeps it fast and efficient. Now, you might be wondering how Bedrock actually pulls this off, because mixing distributions sounds like a recipe for chaos. Each distro has different library versions, different dependencies, and different ways of doing things. This is where Bedrock's design becomes really clever. It carefully isolates the parts of each distribution that could conflict, while allowing shared access to things like your home directory, system resources, and hardware. In practice, this means you can choose the best tool for the job from each ecosystem. For example, you might prefer Arch Linux for development tools because of its up-to-date packages, but rely on Debian for server software because of its stability. Or maybe you want Ubuntu's massive software repository and community support, but also want access to something only available in Fedora's repositories. With Bedrock, you don't have to compromise. One of the most interesting real-world use cases is software availability. Linux users often run into situations where a certain application is only packaged for a specific distribution. Maybe a tool is available in Arch as a UR but not in Debian, or maybe a proprietary application officially supports Ubuntu only. Normally, this would force you to switch distros or go through complicated installation steps. With Bedrock, you can just install that distro as a stratum and install the software directly from its native package manager. Another powerful use case is development environments. Developers often need different toolchains, compilers, or library versions depending on the project. Instead of setting up containers or constantly switching environments, Bedrock allows you to maintain multiple ecosystems in one place. You could compile a project using Arch's latest GCC, then test it against Debian's older libraries, all without leaving your system. But Bedrock isn't just about convenience. It also challenges a fundamental assumption in Linux, that a distribution is a single unified entity. Traditionally, a distro defines everything from your package manager to your default applications. Bedrock breaks that model and treats distributions more like modular components that you can combine however you want. Of course, this flexibility comes with complexity. Bedrock Linux is not designed for complete beginners. Installing and managing multiple strata requires a solid understanding of how Linux works. You need to be comfortable with the command line, understand package managers, and be aware of potential conflicts. While Bedrock does a lot to handle these issues automatically, it's still possible to run into edge cases where things don't behave as expected. For example, mixing libraries from different distributions can sometimes lead to compatibility issues. Even though Bedrock isolates most of these conflicts, there are scenarios where applications expect specific versions of dependencies. Debugging these issues requires a deeper level of knowledge than what most casual users have. Another thing to consider is maintenance. With Bedrock, you're effectively managing multiple distributions at once. That means updating packages, handling security patches, and keeping track of changes across different ecosystems. If you're someone who already struggles to maintain a single Linux system, adding more layers might not be ideal. That said, for power users, developers, and Linux enthusiasts, Bedrock can be incredibly rewarding. It gives you a level of control and flexibility that no traditional distribution can match. Instead of being limited by the philosophy or limitations of one distro, you can build your own hybrid system tailored exactly to your needs. It's also worth mentioning that Bedrock Linux has been around for several years and is actively maintained, but it's still a niche project compared to mainstream distributions. You won't find the same level of documentation or community support as you would with Ubuntu or Fedora. However, the community that does exist is highly knowledgeable and passionate, which can be a big help when you run into issues. One interesting comparison is with container technologies like Docker or tools like Distrobox. These also allow you to run software from different distributions, but they do it in a more isolated way. Containers are great for reproducibility and isolation, but they don't integrate as seamlessly into your main system. Bedrock, on the other hand, focuses on integration. It tries to make everything feel like one cohesive environment rather than separate containers. There's also a philosophical angle to all of this. Linux has always been about choice and flexibility, but Bedrock takes that idea to an extreme. It essentially says that the concept of choosing a single distribution is outdated, and that users should be free to combine the best parts of each one. Whether or not you agree with that idea, it's hard to deny that Bedrock pushes the boundaries of what Linux can be. From a practical standpoint, not everyone needs this level of flexibility. If you're happy with a distro like Ubuntu or Fedora and everything you need works fine, Bedrock might feel like overkill. But if you've ever found yourself frustrated by missing packages, outdated software, or distro limitations, Bedrock offers a completely different way of thinking about your system. It also opens up interesting possibilities for experimentation. You can try out different distributions without committing to them fully. Want to see what Arch Linux is like without leaving your current setup? Just add it as a stratum. Curious about a tool that only exists in Fedora? Install Fedora alongside your existing system. It turns your Linux environment into a kind of sandbox where you can explore freely. At the same time, it's important to approach Bedrock with realistic expectations. It's not a magic solution that eliminates all problems. It introduces its own set of challenges, and it requires a certain level of technical skill to use effectively. But for the right kind of user, those challenges are part of the appeal. In many ways, Bedrock Linux represents what makes the Linux ecosystem so unique. It's not controlled by a single company, it's not limited by traditional rules, and it constantly evolves through experimentation and innovation. Projects like Bedrock show that even something as established as Linux distributions can be reimagined in completely new ways. And that's really the most interesting part. Bedrock Linux isn't just a tool, it's an idea. It challenges the way we think about operating systems and asks a simple but powerful question. What if you didn't have to choose? Because once you realize that you can combine Arch, Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, and more into a single system, the whole concept of the perfect Linux distro starts to change. Maybe the perfect distro isn't one that exists already. Maybe it's one you build yourself.